Who are we? Who are we?
My name's Cassie Mason, and I've been working here. This is my first year. You definitely have to pray a lot because staying in constant communication with God is the only way, because He knows the unexpected. And for example, I was at a door and the devil is fighting against you the whole time. And I go up to a door and the husband answers and he was just like, "Oh, my wife can get this. I have no time for this." And the wife comes out and their dog just bolts out the door and she's like, "I have to get the dog. I have to go get the dog." Kind of irritated, and so she runs out to get the dog. And she kind of like puts down the books that I've been showing her. I've been showing her some of the devotional books. And she's just like, "I don't have time for this. I'm the one that works in the house. My husband has MS." And I was like, "Oh, well, what do you do for work?" And she was like, "I really don't want to talk about that. I just had a horrible day at work today. I just don't want to talk about it." And I was just praying in my head. I was like, "God, I know there's a reason I'm here." And I'd actually been struggling a ton, like wondering, why am I here in this program? Like, how is God working through me? And that whole day had been kind of rough for me. I was just praying. I wanted some divine appointments, you know? And so I was just praying at that door. I was like, "God, open their hearts." And so I began showing her the devotionals again, and she just kept saying, "I had such a bad day at work. I just am not myself right now. I'm sorry. I just had a bad day. I just can't handle that." She just kept talking, and I was like praying over and over. And finally, it was about the third time she said, "I just had such a bad day at work." So I just gave her a hug. I was like, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry." And she just started crying. Tears started coming, and she was just crying and crying. And she was like, "You know what? It's such a blessing you came to this door. I was sitting down with some alcohol and I was just about to drink my way through the night. Some guy had actually like pulled a gun at her at work." So she was just crying. She'd been mentally traumatized, and she's like, "These devotionals are what I really need. I really need God in my life right now." And she ended up getting all the 3 devotionals that we have. It was just cool seeing how God can turn things around so much. Like, He can use what the devil's trying to throw your way and use it as a blessing. And I got to see how God was working through me as well. So it was like a double blessing. It's just that I think He was telling me, "Hey, I can use anyone. And it's not you, it is me. And if you're out there working for me, then I will bless you, and I will open up people for you to reach to," because I mean, it's in His plan. He wants people to be reached to. So